Hold up, you're telling me Rihanna was involved in the drama between Diddy and Cassie, and she may have even been sending them ideas? Baby, sit down because this tea is something else. Let's rewind a bit. Rumor has it that Jay-Z had a connection with Rihanna when she was just starting out in the music industry. She was very young, barely 17, and trying to break into the scene. The word going around is that after that connection, she ended up getting involved with some big-name industry figures, including Diddy. Now here's where it starts getting really messy. Allegedly, Diddy was very involved in Rihanna's early days, not just musically. People are whispering that Rihanna and Cassie were both linked to him at one point, and that's where the tension between the two ladies may have started. Some say Cassie started to feel threatened by Rihanna's rising fame and influence. So much so that she began trying to mimic Rihanna, whether in fashion, style, or even career moves, because she didn't want to be replaced or overlooked. Sounds wild, right? According to artist Jaguar Wright, who's known for spilling behind-the-scenes stories, this tension caused some serious issues for everyone involved. And yes, she even claimed that some of the most talked-about celebrity incidents stemmed from this exact situation. Allegedly, the stress, betrayal, and complicated personal dynamics caused relationships to spiral out of control. And here's a jaw-dropper. There were rumors way back that Jay-Z played a key role in launching Rihanna's career not just because of her talent, but due to a close relationship that might have gone beyond music. Rihanna's former publicist even made claims that Jay promised her a record deal, which could have come with some uncomfortable pressure, especially considering she was new to the country and dependent on a music contract to stay. Rihanna once mentioned in an interview with Tyra Banks that she was kept in Jay-Z's office until very late, 3 a.m., while negotiating her record deal. You could see how uncomfortable she was talking about it. Tyra clearly brought it up for a reason, pushing her to speak on something deeper. Watch and decide for yourself.
Well, tell me about your audition with Jay-Z. Tell me what he said to you.
A really good audition.
Yes.
But before I met him, I was so nervous. I was shaking literally. But the moment I walked into the office, the atmosphere was so warm and welcoming.
And you had to sing a cappella for him?
Yes, I had to sing. I sang Fun to Replay. I sang another ballad from the album last time.
Yeah. So then what did he say to you? He said something to you.
Oh yes, he said, we don't sing songs here, we sing artists. And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested. And there was this sudden feel of relief.
But then he said something about a window and a door or something.
Oh, then he said, he said it whole word.
I did a lot of homework on you, Miss Lady.
He said, there are two ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
So you was like, where's the pen? Where's the paper? I'm signing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure working with Jay-Z, you've met Beyonce.
That's right.
How was it like meeting her?
I could not speak.
Really?
Really. That's someone I really looked up to for a long time. And it was after one of my showcases, and he was introducing me to everyone from the label. Then he finally said, okay, one more person. And there she was. I could not speak.
Now here's where it gets suspicious. People believe that story didn't explode in the media only because Jay-Z had the power to shut it down before it got out of hand. Even the publicist who made the original claims came back later saying it was all a PR stunt. But most folks weren't buying it. They thought he was pressured into changing his story. One day he was exposing it all, and the next day he was saying, I didn't mean it, I was just trying to get attention. Sure. To add even more mystery, Jaguar Wright later claimed that this entire situation led to complications involving Rihanna's relationship with Chris Brown. According to her, there was so much behind-the-scenes drama and trust issues that things just fell apart.
I never signed no paperwork.
Okay, you never signed no paperwork.
I just didn't want to put my family's life on the line.
Jay-Z gave her the herpes that she gave to Chris Brown. Rihanna was only 14, 15 when he started with her and signed to the death.
She said the emotional weight of what was happening between all these powerful people is what really led to the breakdown in Rihanna and Chris's relationship. Chris allegedly found out things he wasn't ready to handle, and the situation spiraled from there.
How long are you guys gonna hold on to Chris Brown and beating Rihanna? You know what I'm saying?
I don't understand why people keep talking about that. It was forever ago. They were both very young, and he had just had his first herpes outbreak from her giving him the herpes.
Ooh, my.
Like, how did you know what I mean? Like people don't understand what happened that night. And that's because Jay-Z worked so hard to change the narrative of that night. Now, Rihanna was only 14, 15 when he started with her and signed to the death jail. It's clear to say that the herpes that she had came from the person she had been most sexually involved with, and that was Sean Carter. So here it is. Chris Brown has his first herpes outbreak from his celebrity girlfriend who he was set up with, and it was supposed to be this and it was supposed to be that, and he was there so people wouldn't pay attention to the fact that she was fucking Jay-Z, underage. Jay-Z gave her the herpes that she gave to Chris Brown.
Jaguar even claimed that one night Chris went to confront Rihanna about everything and ended up discovering something shocking. What exactly? We don't know, but she hinted that what he saw pushed him over the edge emotionally.
Last night, when he had that outbreak and he busted into Clive Davis's house and said, "Where the f is this dirty at?" I can't fault him for that. He had this is beautiful. Oh, wonderful. Chris Brown, she didn't ruin him. She ruined him at 19 years old. He's got the Jay-Z herpes.
Oh.
And it's unfair. Because now that's a part of his story. And Rihanna ain't innocent. Because she was in there giving that nigga a job in the coat closet when Chris Brown came in. He said, "Oh, he's sucking something." Then he said, "I'm done with you," and he stormed out of Clive Davis's house, got into his very expensive car, and Rihanna chased after him. She gets in the car and started fighting on him because he embarrassed her for calling her a fucking whore and saying in front of everybody that she gave him the herpes at Clive Davis's house the night before the Grammys. She in the car trying to him up. They're speeding on the Pacific Coast Highway, and you know Pacific Coast Highway, very steep. She could have killed the both of them fighting him while he was trying to just get the away from her. Because Lord knows he couldn't get away from the herpes.
Oh.
And he hit her back. Calm down.
My.
And all of this is happening while he's doing damn near 100 miles per hour in a sports car on Pacific Coast Highway while he's still trying to register that he is beautiful Chris Brown and his now trash at 19.
My.
Because he got set up with a that was who gave her herpes. And that's what happened. And people wonder why I speak up for Chris Brown. That's why. And if I'm lying, all of them can sue me, even you, Riri.
After that situation, Jaguar claims Rihanna and Jay-Z worked together to tell a different version of events to the public. Whether it was for damage control or just to keep their image clean, we'll never really know. But the story took a different direction and a lot of questions were left unanswered.
And then they sat there and Jay-Z and them get on the radio and they talk about that little boy. And then they put together that whole sham and then have him arrested on the red carpet just to make sure America hated him for defending himself against that crazy I mean, she's pure and she has all of my respect when it comes to the game.
Ooh.
But you ruined Chris Brown's life, and you knew you ruined his life, and the only reason you did it was because your Jay-Z told you to. So that he could cover up the fact that he started you at 14 when he was damn near 30 years old.
And how does Jaguar know all this? According to her, she was there. She says she saw the whole thing with her own eyes.
What the happened that night? And I know because I was at the party. It was the last Clive Davis kiss the pinky ring party I ever went to.
Now let's get back to Rihanna and Cassie. After everything that happened with Diddy, it seems like the relationship between Rihanna and Cassie just crumbled. They weren't exactly best friends before, but after that, they definitely weren't cool. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Some private messages that surfaced in court revealed Cassie sending Diddy pictures of Rihanna. According to what Cassie claimed, Diddy used to ask her to send him photos of other women, and this time, he wanted Rihanna. People were wondering why, out of all people, he'd request Rihanna, but now, with all this context, it starts to make sense. Cassie's ex-best friend, Brianna Baumgarten, Yes, the same one who said Diddy once put her in a scary situation also testified in court. She claimed that Cassie had plans to launch a clothing brand, but because of her issues with Rihanna, the supplier they were working with wasn't on board anymore. Turns out the supplier was the same one who worked with Rihanna and Beyonce. And if you're a supplier and your choices are between Cassie and two of the biggest names in music, who are you gonna choose? Exactly. Rihanna and Bey were the bigger brands, and Cassie's business took the hit, so she was feeling both personal and professional tension with Rihanna. So yes, Cassie wasn't just upset over alleged personal drama with Diddy and Rihanna, she was also losing money because Rihanna's brand was more in demand. Meanwhile, Rihanna has stayed completely silent about all of this. Not a word, not a response. Nothing about the court claims, the texts, or the drama. But the internet? Oh, they've been talking. One person said, Jay-Z thinks he's untouchable. Money and lawyers let him get away with everything. Another commented, I believe Jaguar. She's said a lot over the years and no one's ever sued her for defamation. So now I want to know what you think. Was Rihanna really in the middle of all this Cassie drama? Was she involved behind the scenes more than we realized? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to click here to watch the next jaw-dropping video because baby, this rabbit hole goes way deeper than you think.